I'm Jared with Apex Heating and Air Conditioning, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a heat load real quick. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to draw out the house. We're going to get the measurements of the house. I know they're not always square, but for this illustration we're going to do them square. Alright, as you can see, this wall right here is 40 feet long. This wall right here is 60 feet long, which makes this wall 40 feet long and this wall 60 feet long. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure all our windows, and we're going to make sure that we know which is north, south, east, and west. And then we're going to get our paper and we're going to write down what we have for windows. So in this case, I use 3x5s and 6x6s and 3x7 for a door because that's your normal size door. Okay, so after we get all of our windows wrote down, we have all of our measurements of the house, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start adding these up. So as you can see for west, I've already added these up and I've came up with 45 square feet of windows. For east, I came up with 66 square feet of windows. For north, I came up with 45 again, and then south, I came up with 93. Now as you can see, it says times the factor. Well, on your little sheet that you have, it's got two different factors for you. It's got factors for single pane windows, and it's got factors for double pane, argon gas, nice windows. Kind of like the windows that we sell. Okay, for this illustration, we went ahead, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with, we're gonna say that they're good windows. So for west, we're gonna use a factor of 72. I'm sorry, 75. For east, it's 72. For north, it's going to be 71. And for south, it's going to be 71. Now, those are all really good windows. If they're single pane, just crummy windows with lots of leaks, that factor goes up considerably. So on your sheet, it'll show you where to go from there. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to times this 45 times 75, which is going to give you your total over here, which we'll get back to the totals here in a minute. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to see our ceiling height. And in this case, we're using an 8-foot ceiling. The ceiling's 8 foot tall. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our linear feet. We're going to take, in this case, it's 40 plus 60 plus 40 plus 60, and then we're going to times that by 4 walls, which we have total of linear foot times 4 walls, and then times 8-foot ceiling height, because we have an 8-foot ceiling. Again, we'll come back to the totals on that. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add up the square footage of the house. So we're going to take the total square footage of the house, as it says right here, times the factor. Now you're going to have a couple different factors depending on how much insulation is actually in the attic of this house. If it's, R36 or R38 insulation, we're going to go with a factor of 4. If it's, R19, we're probably going to go with a factor of 6. And then we'll come up with a total for that. And then now we're going to go and I'm going to add up all the totals and I'm going to come back with the BTUs for you.